Hello, my name is Beatrix, and together, with my colleague, Arthur, we will take you on a journey through the basics of using the Big Bear XPDCC controller software. Arthur will kick off with a quick introduction to the main elements of the system.
First, let's check out the tabs. Along the top, you will see 6 sections. The main operating screen is shown here under the track diagram. It is here that you both design and use the track layout. It is also where a simulated throttle lets you easily drive your trains and locomotives. The rolling stock tab is where you set up your trains and locos. You can add as many locos and trains as you wish. In addition to the required DCC settings and functions, you can add an image and set a color for each train. The Preferences tab lets you configure various options, some of which are specific to a given device or browser. For example, you can position a section of a larger layout and assign a background image to different computers. Handy for a big layout or exhibition display, with more than one screen. For more advanced users, the Editor tab lets you import and export the track layout to and from a spreadsheet. It is here that you can clear the track layout, and also import the track from an older version of Big Bear. The Information section simply provides logging messages, and will show errors and other notifications. Finally, if the PC that you use for Big Bear is connected to the Internet, the Help tab provides a handy link to the help pages on our website. This will be populated with these videos, and other assistance.
After you first install Big Bear, you will find it comes with a sample layout and background image. As you can see, the layout in this illustration is not particularly well positioned. We can fix that by using the positioning controls in the lower control bar. Using these controls, you can zoom in and zoom out from 20% to 200%. Additional controls let you position the top left track cell relative to the corner of the screen. You can move the layout up and left, out of the screen, or right and down, into the main area, and into a position that suits you best. This feature is really handy if you want to partition a large layout into smaller sections. If you have more than one computer or multiple screens on the same PC, each screen can be configured to show a different area of track. The software will allow up to 4 different background images too. This would be particularly beneficial on club layouts and at exhibitions. You can also use your mouse or finger to scroll the track layout into a suitable position. A lock switch in the lower control bar will stop the scrolling action and lock the track into position. This is for touch screens, and will prevent accidental moving of the screen while operating the track. Simple and easy to use controls, giving you flexibility over the size and position of your model railway. The use of vector graphics means that, no matter how large or small, the track will always look crisp and beautiful.
To operate the track is as simple as clicking the turnout, signal and other active track items. If you have a touch screen, or if you are using this from a tablet, just touch the track items to change their position. If 2 active accessories have the same DCC address, they will both respond when one of them is clicked. Note how that when I click on one of these points, the other one moves as well.
The throttle controls the speed and functions of your fleet of locomotives and trains. We'll cover the setup of your rolling stock in another video. Here we are just concerned with how to use the throttle. You can position your throttle on the left or the right-hand side of the diagram. If you have room, you can also place a throttle on both the left and right-hand sides for ease of control of two trains at once. There is also the option to have no throttle at all, if you don't use DCC for controlling the trains. Or maybe you just want to use this computer for the track and prefer to control the trains from another screen or perhaps from a tablet or mobile phone. Select a locomotive or train from the drop-down list at the top. Note how you can add images and colors to make the selection easier. The speed buttons increase and decrease the speed of the selected loco. The plus and minus buttons work in one-step intervals, while the buttons to the left and right will act in larger steps. The circle to the left controls the train's direction of travel. A solid white circle denotes a headlight and means the train is traveling forwards. A red circle represents a tail light and runs the train in reverse. Move the slider with the mouse or on a touch display, tablet, or phone with your finger. Press the red square to immediately stop the selected train, or the emergency stop to stop all trains at once. If trains have assigned functions, they will appear as buttons below the emergency stop. Active buttons will highlight yellow. A button can either be one that toggles on and off, or it could be a one-shot button, like that of a horn or whistle. So how about driving more than one train, you might ask? You could open multiple throttles, of course, or use one throttle and keep reselecting from the list, but there is an easier way. We are currently driving the Blue 2 car EMU. Let's suppose we also want to control the Class 37. I'll select it from the list and give it a little speed. A quick and easy way to stop a train is to simply double-tap or double-click the speedometer. To quickly swap between this and the last train, you tap the speedo once with your finger or mouse. Keep doing this to go back and forth between two locomotives. It is worth noting that this behavior can be disabled if, for example, you are finding that you are constantly touching the speedo by accident. Finally, let's look at the speedo. When you select a train, the speedo will show its name and the speed settings assigned to it. This is kilometers per hour, miles per hour, and maximum speed. To the right of the buttons is a small 3-digit display. This shows the raw speed in DCC units. If you are running in 128 speed mode, this number will range from 0 to 127.